dummy proof. It looks like I'm not going to use no RTV because I don't need this to stick in there because this stuff sticks good. So usually the RTV happens. Sometimes I guess the 3D printer, what they use for this, to me it looks like they use a goddamn 3D printer.
Oye mi gente, bienvenidos a mi canal. Creo que quiero quedarme en español porque he estado practicando casi el día entero y quiero quedarme así. Dame un like, suscríbeme por favor y creo que empezamos ahora. Este carro voy a cambiar algunas cosas. Número uno, voy a cambiar como se llama, como las bujías o lo que sea, creo que es el nombre. Pero no soy un profesional con el español, por lo menos para comunicarme. Voy a cambiar los cables y ¿qué más? Y algunos filtros también. But I think I'm done talking in goddamn Spanish. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure y'all subscribe. This is a 2005 Subaru Outback 2.5 Subaru Outback. And like I said, I'm going to be changing the spark plugs, doing the wires, and changing some filters. That's literally what I said in Spanish. Pero si me entiendes, empezamos ahora. So my tool selection is going to be kind of like ass, but one of the things I know I'm going to start with I like to keep soapy water on deck, and I'm going to put that up there. And usually that just help me with like stuff that could be like brittle, stuff that won't come apart as easily. Soapy water, it helps. Y'all use whatever y'all want to use. I don't even care if you use baking soda or vinegar. I honestly don't care. For me, I'm me. So what I want to do is spray around this intake boot because I'm going to separate it and I'm not sure which end I'm going to separate it from. So start hitting it in certain spots or whatever. I just put that off right here. Even though I said I was going to leave it over there. So let me try separating, or I could just separate it from here because I'm going to take this whole boxy thing off. And maybe I shouldn't take the whole boxy thing off. Maybe I should leave it in there because I don't think that's going to affect me doing the job. So let's take the whole boot off. So I guess it'd be smart to take it off from here. Right? I'll latch these two. Do your connector. Master flow sensor. Make sure you disconnect the battery negative cable. I'm not expecting to be doing something like retarded. You should be doing something retarded, not me. But as we proceed with the job, air filter is getting changed. We don't need it. It's getting replaced anyway. You can see how dirty it is. So put that in the back. You're gonna need to take this air box out, and I wish I could show you this bolt, but it should be real evident for you to see. If you can look down, there's only one holding the half part of this air box. Don't be all macho with it trying to rip it apart. Especially if you got an older car, and I believe this 10mm is rounded out. Maybe I should take it back to Harbor Freight so they can give me another one. So we're gonna try another 10. That's 30, because every now and then I gotta buy a set. And that was the issue. So if you got 10, they usually wear out, that socket wear out faster than a lot of sockets because why you're using it a lot. So I don't know if you got pushing clips here. This car didn't come with any, so I'm free to just literally, you should be able to like lift up on it. Or there's another bolt in here, and I apologize for that. Actually, I'm not even sorry. I don't even know why the hell I'm apologizing to y'all in the first place, especially when I'm being helpful in the video, right? I don't even make no damn sense, right? What the hell I'm apologizing for? And like I honestly, I don't think I give a shit, but hold on. Now we should be able to take this out. I'm up here running my mouth. You know how I get my extra commentary. I start talking shit or whatever. Let me shut up. Alright, oh, we got one more. We got one more. What the? Perdóname. Dame un segundo. Siempre hay algo que hacer. Hay otro tornillo. See, you see what that like took me? Get your ass out of here. Probably didn't have to take all of that off. I took it off for camera purposes because we can now see we got good view. Tenemos una buena vista. Y seguimos adelante con el video. I am going to switch to the headset in a few, but I just wanted you guys to get an idea. I was even going to move this reservoir over just to, so I got a good view, or yeah, mainly because this hose is in my way, but I don't want to be moving stuff, and plus this like line is brittle, and then the neck of it is plastic, so it's going to stay just like this, and you guys going to have to use your imagination. So we can start with the spark plug wire. You might got to twist it just to give it a go and pull it out, and I want to rotate this and try to pull it out. If not, I will grab some needle nose pliers like the angled ones, and be careful like what you order. Really, you can't really like F this up. If you do, go back and watch the video obviously. So I'm going to set this off right there. Next we have some bolts, which I try to get like a picture, but if I'm counting, one at the bottom, at the top, that makes it 2, one in the center, 3, 4, 5, so that's a total of 5 holding this in. You will have to remove this breather hose right here. So like a butterfly clamp type deal, and just wiggle it out the way. You should be able to somehow lift up on the hose. It might not come off good, so that's why we got spray to give it some confidence. Come on. Okay. Alright, put that off to the side. And now it's nothing in our way getting this up. Now I'm going to get in here with like a small setup and like a ratchet wrench at the same time. So let's switch to the GoPro.
You don't have to remove this hose. I'm going to remove it so you guys, I'm not the hose, I mean a reservoir. I'm going to remove it so that way for educational purposes and you guys can see with a good view what I'm doing. You could drop this out from the bottom. I did that a few times when I was younger. All right, let's get that up there. Now we should be able to swing the whole reservoir, like lift it up. Let's get this wire hose out the way, and let's sit that up there on top of the lines, on the brake lines for the ABS. It's not going to hurt nothing, this rubber. So now you got more room, the room that I was crying for, basically, so we could see better. Tell me you can't see, because I can see. So now I can get in there with my instruments and do my thing. Oh, first, let's take out the spark plug. So that's the point of the video, right? Kill a couple birds with a few stones. So it's a 5/8 size, I believe. And I don't even think I got like the right size. So let me stick another one of these on here. Let's see if we can get it to go in. If not, then we do something else. It worked. That was a little bit too long. I think I can get away with like a shorty guy, like a 3-inch. Hold on. Flex head is going to be your friend. If you don't want to use a flex head, honestly, that's not going to be the guy to tell you what to do. You could do what you want to do. I don't care. Now, I'm giving it some good cranks before I run in there, like electric ratchet. You want to be that guy to go ahead and use one? I'm not. I believe the spark plugs ain't been out for a minute. I was the last person who did it, I think he said. Or no, I wasn't. He said somebody else did a tune-up. But I remember I did a tune-up like 7 years ago on this, I think. Yeah, it's going to crank out a little slow. It's starting to loosen up a little bit. Come on. Now this not going to come out. Obviously I always got to like use a magnet. is one. Then I already expected one like the other day, which I already know, like, you know, Subaru spark plugs don't even last that long. We know what type of engine it is, right? Some guys, I used to work at like the dealership, they'll just run it out with air tools, which to each his own. I ain't doing it. Now I'm going to start with this guy down in here at the bottom. Probably not like a good view. If you got a hard time working that last bolt at the bottom, it may be better to, I don't even know why I'm using the setup. Let me go get a smaller socket, like a 10 shallow. As I was saying, it may be better for you to get this bolt at the bottom. At the bottom, you got the subframe in the way, but I'm gonna try this with a 3/8. Obviously, you can get in there with a 1/4, but it was the fastest thing I could like find right now. My 3/8, I'm missing like a 10 that's a shallow. I do got a deep. I got too much shallow stuff. I'm sorry. I got too much, whatever, it don't even matter. Cut that out of the video. Alright, we got one bolt. Put that up there. And let's do the other one at the bottom. And that one I can get in there with the swivel 3/8 and put that on the gun, but I'm just gonna crank this by hand. And the other side is going to be tricky for you. I'm not gonna like scare you, but realistically, that's like reality. So whatever, just try to get some stuff out the way and make clearance. But at least you can see me do this side. You know how the other side goes. So that's 2. And ¿qué más? Hay 3 más, creo que sí. Here we go, right here. Now I'm going to get the center. I remember doing this job when I used to work at like a gas station, and these used to come in like left or right to Subarus. So it's like I remember doing this like as I'm doing it, and it's taking me back. Come on, come on. Trying to turn this by hand, and this ain't been off for a minute. Might be digging into your glove and your skin, so be careful. Cause the edge of that bolt, like the lip of it, is like sharp, or at least the flange surface. I mean, come on. Okay, got that out, and we got 2 more. So the cheat code is we use the swivel. We already got a 10 available. Just make sure we good before I connect. Now I'm going to get a catch can because I don't want to lose no oil. And one more. Now those bolts are like different sizes, so you'll know what's what. I believe the center one is the only one that got like the shortest length. I did drop a little thingy thing on here. It's like a grommet. So now I'm gonna go around and collect whatever's on it that might come off that got stuck on there. And I believe I collected all of them, so let's set them up there. And I'm gonna grab a screwdriver and pry open the valve cover. Now you won't be able to take it off because we forgot a bolt. There's one that goes for this timing cover right here. So good thing I'm already set up and I can just hit it. Clearly taking that off. Did the trick. Put that up there. Should be able to get this Valve cover off now. Like I said, you can get this out from the bottom, I guess, or from the top, however you want to do it. I'm taking it out from the top. I don't know why you want to do it from the bottom. Like I said, I did before. And your spark plug tube seals is right here. You got one right there, and then the other one right there. Those literally just pop off. And make sure we get those replaced. Replacing this gasket is simple, so I'll sit that down on the table. Welcome to my dirty workbench. Did valves over here and didn't clean up. It was in the middle of my engine rebuild. Mind your business. So if you guys want to complain about how dirty it is, then I kind of like don't care. Want to take a can. Got a bunch of cans over there. Free cleaner was on sale at AutoZone, so I bought like a whole case. It was just smarter to do that. So I'm gonna take the can, and I know you can't see real good over here, so you're just gonna have to make believe shit. Spray up in the crevices, and that's just to get the like the old oil and gunk shit up out of there. And then you could take a flathead screwdriver, and basically with the screwdriver, all you're gonna do is we'll get it like a napkin, and you can run it straight through, and that'll help like clean up everything. So let that dry up. Grab an air blower too. If you grab the air blower, so this one is already getting clean because it's starting to dry up in the inside. Grab an air blower, blow off in here. You can use your hot ass breath if you want to, but for me, I would recommend you use the air blower. Just use that, and look like somebody applied RTV at like the hump right here, which we are going to do. And sometimes they put RTV in here to basically get an RTV probably help kept the like gasket in place. I'd imagine he didn't need it for the hump. Start dressing up the. Let's flip that upside down, because that's how you gotta do. Let's flip that around. There we go. Dummy proof. It looks like I'm not going to use no RTV because I don't need this to stick in there because this stuff sticks good. So usually the RTV happens. Sometimes I guess the 3D printer, what they use for this, to me it looked like they use a goddamn 3D printer. And look, it's my 2 cents. That's just what I feel. I'm a mechanic. I've been doing this for a while. I know when something feels like it's cheap, and a lot of these gaskets be the hell cheap. It's just how it is. And y'all want it cheap too, because y'all don't want it to hell be expensive. So get that in there. Bam. Cool. So now, bam. So you want to make sure you wipe this surface too. Wipe that, and then I'm going to go in the car, spray this up with some brake cleaner, and then clean the mating surface on the cylinder head side. Now this is gonna be an older car, so don't be stressing about if you can't get every goddamn thing like clean to the T. Like it's just not gonna be. Just make sure it's smooth. It's smooth, you good. That's the results you want. And I'm not like a fan of going over with something with a razor. You can use Scotch-Brite if you want to, but we don't need to, because there's only a certain part that gets sealed, and that's usually just the edge part. So don't worry about the outer surface not getting clean. If you want to go ahead and put the spark plugs in now, you can. I'm going to do that like after. Now I'm just going to put these tube seals on, and it bottoms out. So the same way you took them off, that's the same way you put them in. And when you install them, make sure they bottom out. Just put like your palm on it and press down, and you'll see that it bottomed out. Next, grab the valve cover. The same way we took it out, we're going to put it in. And it shouldn't take you like great effort, because if it takes you great effort, you ain't doing something right. I don't know what the hell you ain't doing right, but you ain't doing something right. So I'm going to take I'm going to match up these both sizes, because that's the same. That's the same. So I believe the short one will go in the middle, like I said. I'll just put that in there just to get something started. I think we good. Now, spark plugs is going to be simple. What I'm using is the Laser Platinum. Whatever part number they got on that. I'll leave stuff in the description for you guys to order if you want to get this stuff off Amazon. I'm sure you can. Match up your spark plugs, make sure they're the same size, and do not drop these. Be careful holding them. Like I said, always match them up, which they look like they match. Do a comparison. We Gucci. You're not gapping these. I don't want to hear anything about no gapping. Just put them in there and lock them down. Shit, I shouldn't have to tell you what's tight. You should be able to figure that out. The valve cover gasket bolts shouldn't be that tight. Once you feel it stop, a small 1/4 inch turn and let it be. It's a small bolt. Don't need to be cranked down hard. But the spark plug, make sure they thread it in first. So I do like use a wiggle socket, make sure it's wiggling, and I just lightly hit the gun a little bit and wiggle it at the same time until I feel it start driving down. Then I'll hit it. And I want to leave that as is because I want to crank that by hand. Just wanted to drive it down. Then when I get this locked in, so I feel that it's like already like stopped, like I keep like turning, just like not forcing it until I feel more resistance. When I feel like the hardest resistance, just like when it starts to begin to feel like it's hard, and I give it like a 1/4 inch like snug like that, and do the same thing for the other side. You don't go like locking them down all crazy. Spark plugs, one of the ones that you ain't tighten them down like lug nuts, and even lug nuts don't gotta be tightened that hard. On certain cars there's torque specs, but you should be able to know what it is. So I'm at my last turn. That's it. Now spark plug wires is simple. Do one wire at a time. I always recommend doing that for everybody. Don't just did a car for somebody who took off all the wires at one time and messed up the order. So I'm showing you how to do one spark plug. This applies because you see the way I just like took that out. You route that back in the same way. I guess I'll be a smart ass and show you guys. Alright, spark plug wires. All of them should be the same damn near. You want to match them up in size. It should be only, how many? 4. So if you got 8, and I guess you lucky. Why are you lucky? Because you can use that for another car, right? So just match them up by like size. So this one seems like this is short. I want to take the shorter one, and I guess the longer ones is for the other side. So I'll just leave that on the floor for now. We already come with like wire loom in it, so I wouldn't worry about nothing. So let's go ahead and get this routed in there. So let's start from over here and press down on it. If you want to put some dialect grease on it or whatever grease they use nowadays, you can. I ain't putting nothing on it. It's clean, it's clean. Now you should feel it like press down in it and kind of snap in it like a connection snap. And let's go ahead and I believe this wire. There we go. Could be short. I think it's short. I'm tripping. I'm not tripping. Just goes like that. Next one, that's already off. Get that out the way. And I'll grab the same short one, which would be, let me see, this guy. Get that in there. And then I shouldn't have to show you the other side. The other side is pretty like simple, but I'll give you like a sneak peek of what you kind of like got to get out. This side was easy. End up taking the battery out. You figure that out. Get the tie down. Get the battery out. You Gucci. Get the breather hose. I know I didn't show you guys. I put the breather hose back on the other side, but just double check everything or triple check before you make sure the job is completed. And this is just an example. I'm not going to show you guys how to replace the gasket on this side. You've done one, you've done them all. Just going to get this literally out my way because it's in my way. It's gonna come out with like the neck. So if you want to do it from the bottom, like I told you before, you can. Oop. Alright, something's making me struggle. I think it'd be smart if I take this neck off, but I really don't want to. We got this AC line in the way. You just probably just gotta push it in more, give it a little muscle. Let's change this gasket.
Car's gone. I'm happy. There was like a harsh vibration that went away. So if you experience some vibration during acceleration and you're trying to pinpoint whether if it's like the CV axles or like the drive shafts, I would start with the front axles. When I did the front axles, the vibration went away. It made it feel like it was like a hard, not shudder, but I mean it was vibrating hard. The tires are bald on it, so you got to get the tires replaced, and the alignment is off. You can tell both wheels are like in different directions, especially. It's just like it has like the returnability is ass on the steering wheel when you do it from lock to lock and hit a turn and it don't follow back by itself. So that's on him. My cousin, that's his car, so he got to knock out that. It was his plans to get the tires, get it inspected. He already done work on his car, so that's good. The small stuff that he got to do that I'll make a list for him. The battery timed out basically, or camera dot, change the battery. I don't know where I left off at, but I'll just try to keep it brief so I can close out this video. So a few things, you need to just double check your work or triple check it. Just make sure you got everything sturdy. Make sure you don't have leaks on like the valve covers. Like you might need to get a mirror or try to crawl underneath the car. Mainly just get a mirror, telescopic mirror that like flexes. Check the bottom part where you can't see at, then make sure the gasket's it's in its groove and it's not sticking out, squeezed out, or whatever. You already know what's going to happen if you didn't properly seal out the valve cover. Make sure your spark plug tube grommets are installed correctly. That's kind of like dummy proof because it bottoms out, which means that you can't drive it in too far. Once you set it in there, it's in there. There's no modification, no nothing. It's dummy proof, literally. You will be leaking some like engine oil, not a lot, probably not even enough to add. You can add oil if you want to, or you can just change the oil altogether. That's totally up to you, but you're gonna just lose a little bit. Make sure you got like shop rags, shop towels, clean up everything. I'm trying to remember everything. I did spark plugs in the middle of the job, so it's like valve cover gaskets, spark plug grommets, and spark plug wires, and spark plugs. Yeah, so pretty much hit a couple birds with one stone in literally one video. If anything I can help you guys out with, questions, comments, or whatever, leave it in the comment section. And if it's a weird question, still leave it in the comment section because that helps out like the community when this video gets around. You're looking for my services, I'm located in the Philadelphia region. That's like the closest biggest city. But if you're even in the state of Pennsylvania, depending on where it is, tri-state area, you guys give me a call. Do have people travel from like New York, like Baltimore, like Virginia, Delaware, Jersey, whoever. You're trying to get a hold of me, you know how to get a hold of me. Leekautorepair@gmail.com, or you could just Google my business page. That'll come up and you got like my phone number and stuff. So if I don't answer, you can just like text me. Totally up to you. Get to it when I get to it, when I get a second. Leekautorepair. I'll see you guys, and I don't think I got anything else to talk about. I'm done talking with y'all.